Mass arbitrary detentions in Ethiopia's Amhara region. Erosion of rule of law. Source Amnesty International Report, October 2024. Since the 28th of September 2024, Ethiopian authorities have carried out mass detentions in the Amhara region. The key players involved are the Ethiopian army and the Ethiopian police. These detentions are not only unlawful but strike at the very heart of Ethiopia's national laws and human rights standards. They represent a troubling escalation, one that some fear is part of a systematic attempt to target and silence a specific group. Reports indicate that influential figures, intellectuals, academics, and community leaders are being detained, tortured, and even killed, raising grave concerns about a campaign that could be described as genocidal in nature. Tigere Chaguta, Regional Director for East and Southern Africa, stated, "The Ethiopian army and police's ongoing campaign of arbitrary mass detentions in Amhara region is yet more evidence of the government's total disregard for the rule of law. This statement underlines concerns of human rights violations and erosion of lawful governance in Ethiopia." Here are some key data points on the detentions. The start date was the 28th of September 2024. Locations affected include major towns across the Amhara region. The innocent Amhara detainees number in the thousands. Academics, civil servants, people who once served their communities. Now they are held in military camps, stripped of basic necessities. In these camps, the reports are harrowing. Prisoners face torture, rape, and even death. Reports indicate a lack of arrest or search warrants in the detention procedure. Moreover, detainees have not been presented in court within 48 hours as required by law. Amnesty International is making a strong appeal for an immediate end to arbitrary arrests. They are demanding clear steps to be taken, either press charges for recognized crimes or release detainees if no charges are filed. Authorities are urged to stop using arbitrary detention as a method of repression. Background on recent human rights climate. Recent pattern harassment and intimidation. Journalists and human rights defenders have been targeted. Exile of critical voices. Many have been driven into exile due to increased threats. The impact. This has led to limited reporting and documentation in conflict areas like Amhara. Impact on freedom of expression. At-risk groups, academics, particularly from federal universities, journalists and civil servants. Reported incidents, there have been nighttime arrests by army members and the detention of those within the academic community. These arbitrary detentions threaten Ethiopia's commitment to rule of law and human rights. Call to action. There is an urgent need for the release or lawful charging of detainees and restoring respect for legal and constitutional rights in Ethiopia. Additional context, relevant topics. Topics include Africa, censorship, and freedom of expression. For additional reading, you can find further details in Amnesty International's report.